Very.
The wife spots it first. She looked at her husband with her finger to her lip to indicate him to be quiet. She pointed in the direction of the beast. About 200 feet from them is a massive, unidentified creature. It has lightish colored fur and it has extremely broad shoulders. It seems it's trying to hide in the brush. Even though we can only see the top right portion of the creature, we can tell it's something massive and not any animal we know of. A couple recalls they first thought it was a bear, but realized it was more bipedal. It also had way lighter fur than the black bears in the area.
Very primate.
And it also had a shaved head. Why would it have a shaved head?
He just got a new shave and a haircut.
Well, Papa's got a brand new bag, but that doesn't mean his head's, you know.
He has alopecia and he's embarrassed.
Yeah, but interesting footage though, huh? I mean, like,
it looked like it was from here out.
can't hear you.
This way. Oh,
From there up.
yeah, and so you couldn't really see how much longer the extension of the arm to the paw mitt, whatever, the end.
But I think it was you, Robin, that said, you know, how broad the shoulders or whatever. I mean, the back on that thing, if it had been a human standing there, would have been so much smaller, even if it was a good sized person.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things too that is described a lot in sightings is the shoulders and the back, you know, because they are so massive.
Yeah.
So okay, let's just do a quick go around. Anybody want to say yay, nay, real, not real? KJ, what did you think?
You know, I was wondering what they did after they took the video, and if I was in that position, I probably would not go look and follow up and investigate because I'd probably be terrified.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I was hoping, I was like, where's some validation, some footprints? And then I was like, of course you wouldn't. If you saw something like that, you'd be scared to even film it in a lot of ways. You know what I mean?
Right. And I
For it
think
to see you.
What was that?
For it to see you.
Oh yeah.
Like you filming it and him go, what is that? You know, and what if he doesn't like you? You know, it's not shy.
and because of like my belief system on what I believe these things to be that we talked about in earlier episodes, because I believe that they're interdimensional. I'm pretty sure that they have a good idea at all times when there's a human within any kind of close range whatsoever. Yeah. And actually a lot of the documentation that has come back over the years kind of validates that, because of the fact that that's when they have a tendency to act up or leave gifts or at least make themselves known, or, you know, some continue to, you know, stay underneath the radar too. So I guess,
you know, they can smell you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we probably smell as bad to them as they would to us.
Or
yummy.
Or yummy.
Yummy.
Well, the world may never know.
They could be vegans for all we know.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, there's some actually right now currently on YouTube. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but there's a story about some guy that was with a group of them for like 5 days, just very recently. And, you know, it's like as time goes on, I tend to believe this stuff more and more. This world is turning out to be a weirder, stranger.
Can we hear you, Darren?
How dare.
There we go.
There we go. That's what we've been waiting for. Did you guys meet yet?
Yes.
Okay, Stormy, this is KJ. KJ, this is Stormy. Also KJ, also known as Kyle. Kyle's house is where I'm at these days. This is where I'm staying, and I've got my studio here, and he's basically the one somewhat responsible too for this exhibit that I'm starting next weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. So how are you?
Which one of us?
Well, let's see.
Me?
I know how Kyle is, and I kind of know how you are because we talked earlier. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm exhausted.
You what's that?
I'm exhausted.
I hear that. I hear that. I'm almost done with the Debbie Harry one. Anyway, so yeah, we've got a number of videos to shoot through tonight. I couldn't get a hold of Oz, but he knew last night that we were going to do it tonight. Sponge will probably pop on after he's done.
Cool bean.
I didn't include one person on the list. And Robin, I'm not sure. I think Aaron's going to be with us. I say we go ahead rather than to spend a lot of time spinning our wheels. Because we really got that many videos to get through. So I can do it. Stormy, you want to do a lead in for me here in a second? After I smoke a hit. Smoke a hit. Smoke a hit. So yeah. Oh, and Stormy, I don't know unless you've watched old episodes or heard old episodes. I talked with Danny Boy just a little bit ago, who hasn't been on with us in quite some time. Danny was actually one of the only ones besides Oz and Chad, Tammy, and Spencer that actually got to meet Dub Effects on those initial or on the original broadcasts. And he hasn't been on with us for quite a while, but things have changed on his end, so he'll be popping on with us in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
He's our New Jersey connection. And he's actually got a whopping UFO story that just trips me out.
Yeah.
Excuse me, oh, look at that. Yeah, okay. Of course, that'll be edited out by our grand editor. Okay, whenever you're ready to do a lead in, and you don't have to necessarily introduce people if you don't want to, you can if you want, but just, hey, you're listening to Hook, Line, and Thinker on X Vibe. You know the story. Morning Glory.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Hook, Line, and Thinker on X Vibe Radio.
Tell you, now that I think about it, you are an old pro.
I know.
We're almost at a year since you and I interviewed James.
We are, huh?
Because I was still, yeah.
Close. Because it was after I moved in here, and I moved in November.
I was going to say, I think it was November. Yeah. But that's still coming up. Let's see. Yeah, because yeah. Anyway, okay, so cool. So now that we've got that, I'm going to introduce KJ, whose audio is off. Is that for a reason?
Yes, that's I don't want any feedback because you're in that room.
Oh, I never thought about that.
And then also I don't want to I'll only unmute when I have something to say.
Okay.
If that makes sense, just so no, and then my little dog's feet, I don't want the audience to hear my little dog's feet on the ground.
You would be surprised at what we've had interrupt us on this show. Hopefully we can get to tonight. I don't know about MommaHeart and James or whatever. So anyways, and I'm working on a new ad for us because it's been a long time. So I got really good shots of both of you guys. Oh, don't throw up. It's not that bad. Really.
Oh, that wasn't that. That wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to throw up. Good Lord.
Like it really wasn't a bad shot of you. So, oh, brother. Let's see what's new on this.
What makes me regret getting on after all?
What's that?
Don't make me regret getting on.
No,
tonight
I'm not
after all.
going to make you regret. Let's see. Oz, you have anything to catch us up with?
No. What's on the verbal agenda?
On the verbal agenda is we're going to talk about gerbils tonight.
Richard Gere, gerbils.
and their role in not only modern history but also in movies.
Shut
Can I
up.
tell you guys something?
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-oh.
oh, I'm just trying to figure. I know. Duh.
Oh, you know, so listeners,
Okay, so I'm a little bit like I'm a little stoned all the time. All the time, right? But when I get really stoned, you know what I think about every time, and I still laugh about it. Like I cannot, it's not wearing off. Did you know that there were actually giant beavers in prehistoric times?
Yeah.
Dude, that makes me laugh so hard. Like imagine the tail.
Could you
like giant beavers, like beavers bigger than me.
Did you get that off that conversation about the Devil's Tower being a tree?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we kind of did.
They were talking about that. One guy's like, "Well, what giant beavers? Well, what the hell they eat?" The guy was, "What do you think they ate?"
Yeah, that's funny.
That's really one big beaver, though.
That's a big beaver.
You know what?
Have you read the children's book about Sally's beaver?
It doesn't mean the same thing coming out of your mouth as it does mine.
We are pushing all the limits today, huh?
Pushing them.
Us or me?
All of us.
I know. The rating keeps going like this.
We say beaver, it goes up.
But
we are attracting the wrong crowd, bro.
Yeah, right.
And we're glad you tuned in, but you can go now. Let's see. No, not that. Not us. Them.
Them.
They're great. Now
I thought you were kicking me out, dude.
That out. What?
I thought you were kicking me out.
No, I saw the look on your face. I'm like, no, not you. You. No, not you. No, you back there. No. Okay, so now we know. And how's your mom doing, by the way, Oz?
She's doing actually pretty good.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah. I was just like checking in with her or about her. Have you seen Nate at all? Have you been down there at all?
Where?
Maytown.
Yeah, I've been through there a few times. I that's where I take the dog and run him if I'm not down at the Sheets River Ranch.
Have you seen him?
No.
No?
What'd you say?
Have you seen Nate?
Have I seen you?
Nate.
Oh, Nate. No, I have not talked to Nate in a long time. I need to. It's just so hard to catch him, you know, because he's on the go.
Was it since I was there?
Yeah, I think I talked to him once or twice since then, but just briefly.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if he knows about Holly, but I would imagine so.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it to him. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I would have.
Triple T.
What up? What up?
How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Stormy?
Makeshift earplugs.
I'm fucking here.
Put these in, like, their screams can inflict tremendous pain. Joe, we get to a point where I kind of pointed over and said, like, oh shit, like, look, there's some really gorgeous women kind of swimming around this river. And I said, like, should they be in there? Is that safe? Like, there's like massive anacondas in these waters, right? Like, the guys I was with just kind of put their finger over their mouth, like signaling me to be quiet. And like, as I watch these women kind of keep swimming, I am just utterly shocked as I realized they had the lower half body of a literal, like, aquatic creature. They were not human, at least not fully human. As long as their sounds couldn't penetrate us. It's incredible.
Wow.
You barely see them.
Okay. And there again, let's see. Let's start with Oz. Legit or not?
Man, I mean, I'd like to entertain the idea that stuff's, you know, out there somewhere, but I don't know if I could swallow it. I mean, there's crazy things, and I would be willing to support crazier ideas probably, but I don't know. I don't know about mermaids.
Well, and you were in the paranormal field for quite a while too. Probably not out searching for mermaids, but
I don't necessarily draw the line at a certain point, but I mean, it just depends on the information I get, I guess. And I use my discernment in figuring out whether it's believable or not for myself. And I think I have a pretty good, I think I have pretty good discernment, you know, and I just don't know about that. I mean, we didn't get here much, so.
I'd have to get slapped in the face by their fin for me to believe it.
I mean, I probably would too. I wanted to believe the one when they put that program on years ago about the guys diving down in the little ball bell, and that one come up and his hand went on the window, and you know but I can tell you what, if you watch that and using your discernment, that whole thing was scripted.
Right.
So I mean, it seemed like they had, you know, they touched all the right points. It seemed pretty professional and everything, but it was still, I can tell you right now, it was scripted. So
well, and what we just watched wasn't actual video footage either. It was all like painted. Right.
I was listening to the conversation and more, and it's like that didn't really sound as scripted as the mermaid one with the guys in the diving bell, but that's why I'm kind of feeding off that one from years before. You know, I mean, I don't see why anybody would fake anything if it was real, and I just kind of think that whole presentation was put together.
Did you and I, or were you on when we watched the Project Asylum in Nevada, where they're keeping the cryptids contained?
Yeah, it was just recently.
Yeah, just last.
Yeah,
week.
yeah, and I watched a video on that too a while back. It may have been part of the same video, or because it was just like the one I watched, where there's just everything you could possibly think of. The guy said is there. Every nightmare you've ever had was there in that. So I mean,
have you heard about that at all?
I wouldn't be here to say there's no possible way.
Well, it's out of the mouth of Stephen Greer, first of all, and he's very, you know, noteworthy and trustworthy. Triple T, have you heard about Project Asylum in Nevada?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Really? This is some interesting stuff. Are you familiar with Stephen Greer?
No.
No. Okay.
I do know Stephen Greer books, but I haven't.
Okay. Okay, well, I think this is Joe Rogan talking to Stephen Greer, if I remember.
You claim to have snuck inside one of the most secretive facilities. This facility isn't about UFOs or advanced aircraft. It's about something much darker, creature containment. Creature containment, like cryptids? Are we talking Bigfoot and Chupacabra? Not just Bigfoot. Imagine every urban legend you've ever heard. Wendigos, skinwalkers, Mothman. They're real, and the government is holding them.
We tried to watch vampires and that didn't happen, so we ended up watching sort of aquatic stuff. The first one being fishy humanoid.
Fishy,
right?
Yeah, that was it. That was his way to describe it.
Right, and then the next one was about sirens. So we're kind of, I don't know, I feel like we're doing these weird
creature aqua thing.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
And you know, I don't know if y'all have ever just watched octopi, but if they can do what they can do, you can't tell me there's not shapeshifters that are even more advanced than that.
Underwater.
I agree.
Convince me.
Look at the chameleon. I mean, in its most simplest form. You know.
Well, yeah.
But even yes, absolutely. Chromatoforms, the cells that change color, and they, like the octopus, they can change whole structure. They can turn it into whatever they want. You know, and their DNA is like unlike, they don't know where they came from.
Yeah, they say they might have come from somewhere else completely.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And there's so much of the ocean we don't know. We have no idea.
Oh, without a doubt.
We know about the octopi. What else could be down there?
And we have the biggest ones under the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Sea monsters comes to mind. Okay, this is titled. It's titled Artesia, New Mexico.
So those are 2 ships with 2 jets following on the side.
Yeah, they got fighter jets on the sides of them. That looks legit.
Escort.
to me.
That would be an escort. Probably was something we've reverse engineered.
And then the plane underneath.
The plane underneath would not be able to catch up
Oh, it's the
to
other.
definitely
what's
would be
going
tough.
on. So that was clearly planned to be there ahead of time, right? So it
Right.
has to be an escort. It has to be one of ours.
And who was it that said reverse engineering?
Me.
Yeah, because I think you're right. I think that's exactly what it is. They
That's
probably all had lunch together that afternoon.
Yeah.
when I talked to L.A. Marzulli about the triangle, the black triangle that I saw fly just over the treetop, right over our heads, and then spotlight my 2 friends.
Right.
He said that. Yeah, he said that he thought that was more than likely us with reverse engineering technology. All those triangles.
And they were probably just messing with you guys.
Oh, they were messing with somebody because they. I mean, the white cylinder of light just like they were ready to beam him up, and he just looked at me and what? And he stepped inside. You know, that was quite odd, quite weird. And then it got his own lady as it was flying away.
Yeah, but then she got zapped.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people can even say that?
Well, I know 3 can.
Well, 1 can now. 3.
Yeah, him, his old lady, and me.
I thought you said they passed away.
No, she passed away.
Oh, she passed away. Okay.
Yeah, he's passed away many times.
Okay. See, that's why.
He uses to go.
Well, guess what? We've got 2 minutes. So, is everyone up for another round? Maybe I can actually find somebody.
We'll return after these messages.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Your podcast misses you, by the way.
Oh man, we should start up again.
We're still going.
I still don't have it. We're in an Airbnb.
We've got this podcast that we do that I started with Dub Effects off of YouTube last year, and it's everything from conspiracy theories to cryptids and that kind of thing.
Oh,
So-
hey, I'm into that stuff. You got my
cool.
attention there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now that you said that, then I'm going to start sending you invites because I'd love for you to sit in on an episode with us sometime. Dub Effects actually was my co-host for the first couple of months. Totally awesome stuff. So let me ask, have you ever looked up in the sky, daytime or nighttime, and seen anything that you couldn't quite explain?
Yeah. Without being able to really explain that, to the question, yes, I have for sure.
Okay. Can you give us any details at all? Do you want to go into any detail or?
Well, there's been a couple times when I used to live in Arizona. We lived way out in the desert.
Okay.
Maricopa, way out there.
Wow. Okay.
I'd look up and there would be what looked like maybe a bright star. Would it move up, move down, move up, move to the side? And I'm just like, what the hell?
Really?
What's this? Yeah.
Wow. Usually like at nighttime or like dusk or?
Nighttime. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I remember in science class ever hearing that stars had a tendency to do that on their own.
Yeah, see, that's what surely puzzled me. I was like, wait.
But prime area though, Arizona, New Mexico, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I have so much family and I know so little.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what that was for a second. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Now, kind of along the same lines, there's this thing that has it hangs out in the forest.
Yeah.
People see him or it, but nobody's ever caught one before. Do you know what direction I'm going?
Oh yeah, Yowie, Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot, Harry.
You got it.
Yeah.
And I know because of where you're located right now, you are actually down in a real strong area for sightings and for evidence.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I do believe, because I've had some very strange things happen to me, even with at one point in my life with my dad, mom, and my grandma. So I definitely for a fact know there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but it's there. I know that.
Okay, now you got me super intrigued. You've got me totally like, okay, I'm almost white knuckling it right now. Okay, dad, mom, grandma, you, what happened?
So I'm about, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
This was the first time I'd gone to the Redwoods. I had ended up getting really sick at the Redwoods, so we had to basically leave early.
Okay.
By the time we packed everything up and got ready to go back and hit the road, it was already pretty dark.
Okay.
And all I remember, I was so young. We, we're driving back, and at this point where the incident happened, it was, I think, Wairika or Humboldt County. So, we're out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing for, however many miles. It's ridge line and trees, and it's scary. And I had to use the bathroom, and I'm crying in my car seat, and I'm having, I gotta go. So it's sketchy out, it's dark. So my mom and grandma, they're like, oh, Joe, that's my dad. They're like, Joe, well, can't we just wait? It's kind of sketchy out here. Let's just keep going. And he's like, no, I got to go to the bathroom too. So he ends up pulling over, gets me out of my car seat. We go to the side of the road. And like I said, there's ridges on both sides.
Okay.
So I'm going to the bathroom. My dad's going, maybe about 10 feet down the way. And all of a sudden from the ridge, something's throwing rocks down at both him and I. Rocks. And there's nothing for miles anywhere both ways. And I didn't really know what to think of it, to be honest. I'm only 4 years old.
Right.
I think the only thing I've ever heard associated with monsters is giants out of the Bible.
Right.
So I didn't even know what to really, I didn't know. And at one point, I kind of brush it aside. My dad starts screaming. I look up, and sure enough, there's this giant shadowy figure on this ridge. I couldn't see no detail because it was dark, just standing there looking down at us. And he grabbed me so fast, I don't even think I was done peeing. Runs to the car with me, throws me into the car seat, and goes into the driver's seat so fast that he hit his head on the frame of the car. I heard every cuss word in the book as he just gunned it out of it. Yeah. And that's the first time I heard the word Bigfoot used, because my dad, in the panic he was in, he was like, I swear to God, there was a Bigfoot standing right up on the ledge throwing rocks at Bradley and I.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's nuts.
The craziest thing. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
can't
gosh.
explain that one.
But as a kid, no matter how when your parent does that,
yeah,
your parent. See, that's just it, and I'm along the same lines of thinking. I come from a family of loggers that spend a lot of time up in the woods, and they might have not. Some of the stories that they might have told when I was really small, they might have realized I was within earshot, but those weren't the kind of stories that. Yeah, I know that there's something out there. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put this out there. Actually, like I said, I want to definitely invite you to sit in on an episode at least of Hook, Line, and Thinker with us. But we're actually looking to do an overnight here sometime in the next month or so. Some of the crew are actually going. We don't know where yet. We're looking for a good location, but the crew is actually going to go do an overnighter. Not necessarily going out to look for him or anything. We're just going to see what happens. Because what I've heard is that if you don't necessarily go looking, is usually when you'll find him.
Or have something happen. Yeah.
Right.
Oh boy, do I know some spots too. Steel Bridge in Shelton, the Skoke Reservation, Mason County, Lake Cushman. I know some spots.
Oh,
even here in Lewis County. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just it. You don't have that far to go, because I know that area. Now I don't know how far you are from like Highway 18, or is it Highway 18 that goes up to White Pass? What's the main road that like goes down off the freeway, like you're heading to White Pass, like Morton or Packwood?
Yeah, see, I don't think I'm that far from there. I really don't.
See, I don't either. And there's been stories for decades about stuff going on down there. There's lakes and stuff. See, and my biggest thing too is that I don't want to get down there and have somebody setting up camp ahead of us
Yeah.
To scare it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you want the real deal going on, you know? Yeah.
yeah. No, because
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, I'll be like a 10-year-old girl screaming my head off if anything comes bumping in the night. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh
No
yeah.
doubt. Wow.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
A new world order.
Neo Retro FM.
Not the law of the jungle. Governs the conduct of nations.
All right. Hey, this is Maurice Nelson. You're watching The Groove Zone.
Ow!
Just
Because
like
this
that.
is going to be fun editing the two interviews together because you freeze Chromatic. And it went on for like almost 2 minutes beyond that because I thought you guys were joking with me. I'm like, okay, unfreeze now. And it never unfreezed.
That's my acting skills.
Oh my God. You guys were being so funny that day as usual that I really thought you had like corroborated on this beforehand and like, okay, when he does this, everybody just stop. And so I'm waiting.
Sorry, I'll apologize again.
No, I think it actually will turn out good. Yeah, God, I'm so stoked for you guys to get over here. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to actually meet you in person.
Yeah,
you know,
face to face.
just to get out for a couple of beers one night, and yeah, it'd be wicked. It would be really nice if we can make that happen.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, passports aside, me and Matt will definitely be here when we do.
No, let's not start.
He's gone. He's all right.
we're
Yeah,
gonna start
yeah,
that
yeah.
conversation.
You know, the thing is that like you and I talked about a while back, Chris, if it weren't for the fact of the mandatory
consuming raw atomic power, power to destroy entire cities.
I would have been in your living room months ago.
Yeah.
That is the
only... again, Tom.
Tuesday nights are good.
Yeah, Tuesday nights are good because it's band night. Yeah. So flying on a Tuesday morning.
I will remember that. Well, I'd actually have to fly in on a Monday because I don't want to take away from band.
Yeah, get the jet lag.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Tom doesn't want the jab, but at the end of the day, well, no, not really. You know what I mean? But if he wants to come to Nashville, he's got to have it. So that's the choice that he's had to make, really.
And that
Same
is,
with
that's it, but
it's shit, but it's just safety first, isn't it?
If you trust your government, yes.
Well, nobody knows what's in it, innit? I mean, the thing is, if we want to go out to Spain now, I've got to jab my daughter if I want to take my daughter, and there's no way that I'm going to give her the jab. I'm happy to take it, because if I grow another ear in 20 years' time, then it makes no difference. But if, you know what I'm saying? But if my 32-year-old daughter then grows, well, I was going to say a third tit, she'd be game on if she did that. She'd be loaded. So maybe a third hand, then, it's not a good look, is it? So
no, it's not.
I had to do it for my parents and for the people that I work with and for the people that I protect. So that's why I had it. So
at the end of the day, it just boils down to, I guess, how each of us feel about, the chances that you take either way,
Yeah, well, you've met Dave, the other guy that hangs around with the band a couple of times before on one of these videos. I mean, he lost his dad last Tuesday to COVID.
Really?
So
okay.
Yeah, rushed into hospital the Saturday before, and didn't make it. So it's not great, and I don't think it's a farce or any kind of conspiracy. But again, it's just untested pharmaceuticals, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know about over there, but I know that our government has given every incentive to go get it, and I think that's what kind of concerns me, because they weren't this concerned about a lot of other things that have wiped out a lot more people in the past, but now all of a sudden there's this major, and if it weren't for the fact of who is behind supply or financially supporting the pharmaceuticals, I wouldn't have such a weird look at it. And I found out some information over the weekend that I thought was very interesting as far as bloodlines go. And that Mr. Gates, he's an interesting fella. As are his.
He's from a planet that we're actually, our race has been at war with his planet's race for a long time. many centuries.
I can
He's
see
not
why.
human.
I can see why, because the thing
He's
is,
here to take over. We're here to integrate and help. He's here to take over.
I don't know what they were promised. Seriously, at the end of the day, I don't know what it boils down to, and I don't know what they were promised. But his bloodline is one of the major ones, and I didn't know. I didn't know that until just a couple days ago, and now it all makes sense.
Yeah, well, nobody sells at Microsoft and then buys a pharmaceutical company, and then 3 years later this happens. It's a little fishy, and he's got like shares in Pfizer. It's a little fishy.
And he drives into the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
What's that?
Didn't even know that.
Oh yes,
oh
mate.
My God, you just know.
Yeah, Bill Gates is a mofoker, man. I'm telling you.
And he, at the end of the day, he drives into the side of a mountain. It's kind of like the Jetsons. You know?
Yeah.
Mountain opens up, his car goes in, closes up. For another.
Yeah, lives in a mountain.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
But you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to say, hey, you're watching Hook, Line, and Thinker on the Groove Zone Network. And with me, I've got DJ KRO-MATTIC and LO-RYDER, the Soldiers of MONOCHROME, hanging with us on this very special edition of the podcast that WFX built. So, LO-RYDER, I know I've asked you in the past about even being from out there. Well, first of all, were you guys ever, do you think anybody ever mistook you guys for a UFO before you landed? Or do you think you're...
No, it was many centuries ago.
Oh, long before. Oh, that's true. Yeah, this isn't recent stuff. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. So we didn't even have news systems like we do now, probably.
No.
Okay.
No, I've actually had a photograph recovered from the archives from when I was in the middle of a battle with Queen Caroline in 1416, 1516, around that time period.
Was that about the knickers? Was that the battle?
No, it was nothing to do with knickers. No, and I'm not sure you're supposed to say that anymore. I think, you know, all lives matter, mate. But
except for knicker thieves. Knicker thieves, yeah. No. Keep your hands off the knickers.
Say knickers.
No.
Shut. I didn't. Yeah, let's make sure that they know what I'm saying, and I'm not saying.
Yeah, you know, diction is key.
Knickers, not Niggas.
Yeah, knickers.
Right, knickers.
Knickers.
Yeah. Well, then, so I don't ever remember me ever asking you before then. Well, yes, I did, and I got an odd answer. Have you had any run-ins yet with any cryptids?
Any who?
Cryptids, 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 cryptozoological phenomenon. Sasquatch, Nessie.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
Oh, you're
classified.
Not? Really?
No, because if it opens that gate up, then someone else knows, and then word spread, and then we've created something that can disillusion everybody else.
But I can tell you that most of these myths and legends that you call myths and legends are real, but it's a lot to do with dimension.
Right. Which explains the reason why they aren't found.
That's correct.
Why we have no physical evidence of them, because to be able to transfer from one or transition from one dimension into another, there wouldn't be much left of you in the dimension you just left.
That's correct.
Including skeletal remains or sometimes. That's why we don't find Bigfoot poop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they came here, they come for, you know, a little bit of a graze round, a bit of food, a bit of walking about, and then they go back.
Who said they poop?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll bet their eyes are brown.
I
don't know. Well, that's true.
Nobody does.
No. Nice way to look at it. Let me ask
Recycling is key.
Who's king?
Recycling is key.
Oh, recycling is key. See, I'm deaf, so that's why I didn't hear what you said.
messages.
Justin, we're Buzz Factor. You can catch us daily on the Groove Zone.
Rock and roll. Bad Mamma Jamma.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
Hey guys, it's DJ D Phoenix coming to you live from Olympia, Washington today. You are watching the Groove Zones, the sessions here on Facebook at facebook.com/OlyGrooveZone. And I'm hanging with Emmanuel Simmons. Buddy, how you doing?
Oh, doing well.
Good. So this is where the interview takes a little bit of a turn and we go from like more formal, obvious questions and get to have a little bit of fun. So with that being said, I want to know, I'm just curious, has there ever been a time that you've like looked up in the sky or just looked out there and seen something that you can't quite explain?
There was a time when I was out camping with my brother. We're just sitting there, we're just chilling, and look up, and I swear there was just like I hear him first, he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like kind of looking up for a second, and he's like, "Over there, like above the tree." And I look, and there's like, just a tinge out distance. I'm like, I'm not sure what that is, but of course, like, it was probably good 5-10 seconds that we kind of saw it. We were talking about, and my brother.
It was at night. It was at night.
Yes.
And what color was it?
I would say it was kind of more like a. How do you describe it? Like a between like a gray.
Okay.
And he just kind of like looked. And we're just both looking at it and like kind of hovers. Like, it's just sitting there. Like, yeah, it's just sitting there. And
wow.
And and then my brother is definitely was like more heavily into checking out extraterrestrial stuff and everything like that.
Right.
I mean, of course, we both sit out there together and check things out, but like, he definitely knows stuff.
Wow. That's wild. So, did you ever look to see if anybody else had reported anything?
I didn't, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if my bro might have been like, you know what? He's a little more up to it on that end than me.
Okay. Nothing that close, nothing that cool. Okay, so along the same lines, speaking of being out camping or in the woods, Sasquatch, what is your view? Have you ever had any encounters, anything?
No encounters with Sasquatch. Sasquatch with Sasquatch. No. No, I haven't encountered anything, but hey, there is always a chance.
It's a big world out there, and they're discovering new stuff every day. So, yeah, I don't know that they'll ever probably catch one of these things. So, I just have a feeling that it's not ever going to happen.
Right? I think that's a pretty safe feeling. I think.
Well, yeah. I mean,